question is that in Madinah al-Munawwarah, in Masjid al-Nabawi, on the right hand side of the blessed tomb of Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is a place left, about which in some of the books it is mentioned that this is the place where Hazrat Isa will come.
How did you know that?
Because this is mentioned over there in a small plate.
What?
That this is the place where Hazrat Isa will come. When Hazrat Isa will come, he will be buried in these places. And this is small place.
This is quite contradictory to what I have heard about it from reliable sources.
So it's not.
And particularly traditions.
Yes.
Traditions tell us that there is no place between him and the next, who is the buried next in order? And the tradition tells us that there is nobody in between the two.
No, it's not in between the two. I'm saying those three graves are, in the center is the Rasul. On the right hand side is Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq.
Yes.
And on the right of that is this middle space.
On the right of
Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq.
I see.
Yes.
Quite right.
And this is mentioned in some of the book that this is the place where Hazrat Isa Islam, when he will come again, then he will be buried. Is it this interpretation is being taken? I understand that this must have been coming from the time, not of exactly the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but soon.
No, I'll understand that. That's not the question now.
Is it from that hadith where it says
where they have, please sit down. The question is that in the tomb of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he is buried, next to him on the right is Hazrat Abu Bakr, and next to him there is an empty space where another person can be buried. Enough room for a new grave to be done and somebody to be buried. And there is a small plate over the wall which mentions that this is the place reserved for Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. When he returns to earth and dies, then he will be buried. Now, the foundation for this is a tradition of Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which has been wrongly interpreted by these people who have mentioned who have hung that plate over there. Because the tradition says categorically that Hazrat Isa alayhi salam will be buried in Hazur Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam's own grave, not by his side. So because that seems to be so absurd to them, they have to change the meaning to this. Only through our interpretation that problem can be solved, not by theirs. The Holy Quran, the Hadith which you have mentioned is this, that Yudfanu Mai fi qabri. When Hazrat Isa alayhi salam comes, he would be buried maybe next to me or with me. Both meanings are true or right. But it says fi qabri. With me, I mean in my own grave. So this is the obvious meaning, that he would be buried in the grave of Hazur Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam with him. Because it's impossible for any man to conceive for that grave to be dug open for the sake of any son of anybody. So they have deviated from this and attributed the wrong meaning to this tradition. But in our view, this does not mean this at all. In fact, there are two things mentioned about Imams who have been prophesied to come by Hazur Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam. About Imam Mahdi, he says, the name of his father would be the name of my father, that is Abdullah. The name of his mother would be the name of my mother, that is Amna. And his name would be my name. So that is to say, the beginning would be my beginning. He would be as pious in birth as I am pious in my birth. If you differentiate between the two, then you have no right to do that. because if you, for example, attack him as to the manner of his birth or this or that, like Hazrat Isa alayhi salam in the old was attacked. So you will be doing injustice to him, and in fact you will be attacking me. That is the way of saying. And so in our own language too, in other languages too, it is said that his death is my death. I will not be buried in his grave. He will not be buried in my grave. This is a way of expression to denote a common or a different end. So by somebody being buried in the grave of Huzur sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it only means that don't attack his end. If you go about describing his end, the way he dies, in a manner which is like censuring or going into invectives about it or coming out with fake stories about that, then remember that because his end is my end, you will be attacking me in doing so. That was in fact a prophecy. Because Hazrat Masih Maud has been exactly attacked in this manner. They say he died in lavatory. So stupid for people to say that and people to believe that, because nobody of the enemy could ever be witness of this fact. Even if somebody had died in the lavatory, nobody could ever conceive of a situation where somebody is watching an enemy to whose nearness you cannot reach, you cannot go there, to be witness of his death in a place. So, obviously it is absolutely false on its own premises, totally rejectable. But this has been done. You know, as every other entity also knows, how the Maulvis go about it and alleging that Masih Maud died in the lavatory. So because that attack was to be made on his end, Huzur sallallahu alaihi wasallam forestalled it by telling that his death, his end would be my end. So, as if he is buried in my grave. So if you attack him, you attack me. Be cautious about it. Think twice before you do that. That is a prophecy in fact.